go now to KXLY reporter Caroline Rourke, who was in Coeur d'Alene last night at the scene, and she's there again today covering this story as it develops. And Caroline, you actually spoke with witnesses last night and their take on this whole situation.
Absolutely, Aaron, and that's one of the things that we wanted to point out to you. If you can see behind me here, the one side of Hattie Avenue where we are right now, kind of back where those street lights and those American flags are, that's a car dealership, and that's only on one side of the street there. Much of this street, is homes or apartments where people, were living. They were here last night. That car dealership was closed at 7 o'clock when the shooting happened, but the people who live on the street were here and were able to hear that gunfire. We spoke to one man last night when we arrived on scene, and he told us what he saw. Chris Moore was in his driveway unloading groceries last night when he heard it.
Heard some gunshots, about 15 gunshots.
When he looked down Hattie Avenue, he could see people shooting at each other, but he didn't know what was going on.
And then I saw an officer running, a plainclothes officer, and then I knew something was really going down, and he told me to get back in my house because they thought maybe there might have been an active shooter or something. So I said, okay.
He told us how he watched as police officers swarmed the scene and began searching for a suspect in his neighbors' yards and even underneath the cars parked at the dealership across the street.
Cops were just having a shootout or whatever.
Then he got word from a neighbor.
My neighbor called me and said that the man was laying in his backyard, so I came out here and checked out everything, but the police made me leave because they thought it was an active shooter, so I left.
He learned what happened right after we did.
Found out that a cop was shot and a suspect was shot.
The officer who was shot, Charles Hatley. He's expected to recover completely. The suspect who was killed, Curtis Ware, a wanted felon with a warrant out for his arrest.
After his shots, I didn't know what was going on until we found out what was going on, and then I just started praying for the officer.
We also crews on our team that were on the scene today as the investigation was kind of wrapping up and packing out. Spoke to an eyewitness or a witness who lived in the area who said that this car dealership back here that you're seeing, at least 2 cars had to be towed away from that scene, Aaron, by police because they had bullet holes in them. They will be continued to look at as this investigation continues. Again, the Idaho State Police will be the ones taking over this investigation from here. Aaron.
Caroline, thank you for that update. Not something that neighborhood will soon forget. We appreciate the information there.